Hey Munchkins, so good news, Zelda just got out of her surgery, and so I'm here with my kitty Babs. Hi Babbies. And then Ollie is actually right here. They wanted to both be around me when I decided to sit on the floor. Hey, don't be butts to each other. Oh, he just wanted to sniff you. They're still very not friends. I mean, they can eat and sleep together, but like if you get in each other's faces, they don't like it. So now Ollie's over there with a bunch of the toys. But anyways, so Zelda's surgery went well, and so the doctor called me and said that the left side of the uterus, when she went in for surgery, it was completely fine, but the right side of her uterus had a pus-filled sac, and that was most likely the cause of why Zelda kept bleeding. And of course, if she did have a uterus disease, I mean, pus in the uterus is really, really bad. So that's good. That's like super, super good. So she's awake now. She's walking around. She's very wobbly, she said, and she looks like she might be in a little bit of pain. So the vet said that, oh, hi, Mint. Guys, you love my dog, and here's my dog. Here's my girl. Here's my little girl. Oh, Minty. Oh, Minty. Puppy, this is not about you. This is not about you. What are you doing? She does need to stay there for a couple more hours. I think right now it's 11:30, which is like super early to me, especially since it's my day off. I just feel like I want to sleep in. It's Minty again. Hi, Mint. Hi, Bubbers. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Okay. Minty. Oh, she just wants me. She wants me so much. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, you poor little pup. Oh, look at this puppy here. Okay, back to Zelda. Anyways, I get to pick her up in about roughly about 2.5 hours from now. So very excited for that, and hopefully when we get her, we'll just leave her alone, let her do her own thing. I probably should take out inside the cage her climbing gym, because I don't want her to open up any of your stitches. I don't want her to just be climbing and then falling down, so I think I will remove it. Actually, right after this video, I'll remove it. But Zelda is coming home, so I'm very excited. This time I'm going to keep her instead of fostering her, so she is a foster fail because she medically needs to be monitored so that everything is okay, and that the next time I have something like this happen to one of my fosters, I will get them spayed, and then they will go on their merry way. But for Zelda, she's my first hamster to ever get spayed, so I do want to hang on to her and see how she does from here on out, knowing about her age, the size of her history. This is a really great learning experience for me, so I can better be prepared in the future if I continue to foster for small hamsters. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit.
Yes. We fell in love with her, so
oh, really?
I'm gonna bring this down.
Aww.
Yeah, she's the cutest little thing, a little fluffy recover. So.
Oh, good. And you guys performed on the very first hamster, I was told.
We did, yes. The doctor will tell you that she had what we call a Pyometra.
The pus filled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
She described the pus.
Also at first with that. So. But otherwise, she's recovered very well. Not only did she do well here in the hospital, but she did really well under anesthesia. So that pleases us. So as you know, she's had some medications and anesthesia, so she's going to be sleepy today.
Okay.
She's walking. We have her like in a little recovery rodent kind of bin, what's warmed up for her, and I think she really likes it. But she's been moving around, so that's what we want her to do.
Perfect.
So she'll be a little sleepy today, but we do want you to check her belly once a day or often as you need to. Just to make sure it's not opening it up, especially as the fur grows back and her skin's healing, it can get itchy, and she may want to kind of chew on that.
Oh,
so
no, yeah.
if you do see her, we need to make a little cone.
Oh, no.
And we use a lot of different material, like plastic, so she can't get to that.
Should I remove her wheel for a while?
Maybe for the first 3 to 4 days at least.
3 to 4 days, okay, cool.
So that's when the body should do the most of its major healing. And the dissolvable sutures have in place, so nothing needs to be cut or removed. It's just skin to skin. It looks like we were never there. She did a really good job. All right, that's about it. Do you have any questions at all?
No, I think you guys did wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And hopefully in the future, if I ever get any more foster hamsters that do need to have some sort of surgery, you guys are all well prepared.
Yeah, I know she does a great job.
Alright guys, so it is nighttime and Zelda is home. She's okay. Everything's fine. I'm so super happy that everything turned out alright. And I just want to tell you about the whole experience and what the vets told me. So I did tell you guys in that little short clip there that they did tell me that she had a pus-filled sac. And when I went in, I did consult with one of the ladies who actually worked on her, the assistant. So the vet tech did remind me what she did and that she was there. And she told me Zelda was one of the most well-behaved hamsters she's ever seen. So that's good to hear. And then she hands me the paperwork, which I do want to just relay the price of this, because there are some people out there that want to know, even though my area might be different from yours, they want to know what a spay surgery would look like for possibly their hamster. So I live in the Seattle area, which is one of the most expensive areas in the United States right now. I think it's like I think it's number 5 in the top most expensive places to live in the United States, which is insane. It looks like right here the surgery was $148.95, and then the pain meds to go home was only $26.72, which I'll talk in a little bit here, and then just anesthesia would be $78.15. That's a lot. And then it looks like down here they added the antibiotics that was $26.99, and so on top of that the total today was $280.81. I talked about this in the other video, but people don't really value the lives of hamsters and they don't usually take them into the vet. So like the vet said to me before, she usually does not see people bring them in to make them feel better. But I do want to say, guys, if you ever do have a pet out there, you should always have a backup plan. You should always see if you can have any funds set aside and or go with payment plans. See if the vet that you are going to has a payment plan. For me, I do payment plans just because it's a lot easier on my wallet, and I usually pay them off in a timely manner before interest gets charged on. So for me, with this surgery, even though it was sudden, it was definitely needed, because if that sac kept building up with pus, that would have killed her. So I'm glad to know that because I had a plan and I had payment plan, that she was saved today. So that's really good to hear, and it's also good to hear that that cost right there wasn't any higher, because I thought it was actually going to be, you know, like $500, but it turns out for me that seems relatively cheap when it comes to any sort of exotic spaying. But it might be cheaper in your area, who knows? Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just the Seattle area, I don't know, but it seemed pretty cheap in my experience. But this actually makes me think that if I were to ever get any more foster hammies with a problem like this, with the vagina bleeding constantly, then I can go to this person and have hopefully a successful spay. And this was her first time hamster that she spayed, and she did a wonderful job. And Zelda was so groggy when I picked her up. I was so happy to see her. Like, even on the phone, I was very happy to hear that she made it. Like, I wanted to cry. I felt like a tear was coming on. I got very emotional when I heard that Zelda made it, because I do value lives so much, and I value animals' lives so greatly. Like, my animals are my children. It's nice to hear when they do very well. Glad to know she's back. I do have pain meds to give her. I have to give her pain meds in the morning and then antibiotics in the morning and antibiotics at nighttime, which my phone, wherever I put it, should be sounding off the alarm very soon. Oh no, it should have already sounded off. It's 9. I have my alarm set for 9. What else? Oh yeah, I had to take out her climbing toys and her wheel because we don't want the incision to unravel and come apart. It hasn't yet, I've checked, but I just don't want to jeopardize her doing extensive activities. So she is just going to be resting throughout the next, I want to say 3 to 4 days, and then I'll give her wheel back. And then I want to say maybe at 14 days, I think she said at 14 days, it should be all fine and okay and healed up. So at 14 days, I think I will give her tall climbing toy because I don't want her falling off. So she currently doesn't have anything in her enclosure except for her hides, her bottle, her little sand bath, and her tunnel. She has a tunnel in there, and just all bedding. So I think that's all I want to say, other than I'm glad this went well. Zelda is no longer going to be my foster hamster. She's my foster fail, just because I do want to keep an eye on her to make sure that she lives a healthy and happy life and that I have experience with these types of things. So the next foster hamster who comes in, who gets spayed, they will be well on their way to a new home. I won't keep them. Zelda is just the exception. And I'm kind of glad too, because she turned out to be one of the best hamsters. And she reminds me a lot of little Missy. When little Missy passed, she's very precious, and now she's mine. So foster fail. So thanks guys so much for just watching and following through with her surgery. I appreciate that. And if you guys are having any sort of hamster bleeding from the vagina, I would highly recommend checking it out at your vet's. So please take my experience to heart if you happen to notice that in your female hamster. So if you liked the video, hit like to show your support. Comment down below if you love to say anything about the video and or just wishing Zelda a fast recovery. And if you are new here and would like to be a part of the Munchie family, please subscribe. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you probably in another hamster updated video, including Zelda in there. Bye bye!